Well, Kelly's Court is back in session. On the docket today, a teenager decapitated by a roller coaster at Six Flags in Georgia. Today we're learning more about exactly how this happened and about another death at the same park. LaShawn Ferguson hopped 2 fences trying to shortcut his way to the Batman ride when the coaster hit him. Some say he ignored the obvious risks, including warning signs posted on those fences. So does this boy's family have a case against Six Flags? Some local lawyers say yes. Well, let's ask our panel. Fox News legal analyst Lise Wheel and defense attorney Mark Eiglarsh. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, Lise, now we learned that there was another death by the same Batman ride of a maintenance worker back in 2002. Arguably that bolsters a potential lawsuit against Six Flags, but what do you say? Did they have a lawsuit in this case?
Megan, I really think they do. I mean, this was a horrible circumstance. According to witnesses there, this boy got caught underneath the ride, was slammed into a pole, and what the witness said is then she heard a pop. That was his head coming off. I mean, it's a terrible, terrible thing. Another friend was with him. They had jumped the fences as well. That friend wasn't hurt. Not only was a maintenance worker killed, Megan, on the same ride just a few years ago. This was the 4th death in the same park since 2002. Not the same ride, the same park. So absolutely, this park had full notice that this was a dangerous ride, and they need to do more than put a couple of little 6-foot fences for those kids to climb over.
You know, but Mark, obviously you got to ask yourself, what about personal responsibility?
Of course, and this is symptomatic of our society where no one wants to take responsibility. Lise loves the lawsuits, so she's in favor of more lawsuits. The only thing more tragic than this horrible occurrence would be to hold responsible Six Flags when they did all that was necessary to let these 2 17-year-old boys know, let me finish, that they should not go into that restricted area. This wasn't a small fence, it was a 6-foot fence. Then there was another 6-foot fence that was locked. There were signs saying danger, stay away, unauthorized persons should not go into the area. These were not 3-year-old boys. With all due respect, they should not have been in that area, and what happened was tragic, but not something that Six Flags should be held responsible for.
Two 6-foot, that's all they are for 17-year-old boys. They can climb over that.
What if it was 10 foot,
in a nanosecond. Then build a...
So if it was 10 foot, your position would be different? 12 foot, they couldn't get over the 12-foot fence?
Mark, a park that has lost 4 lives in the last, since 2002 should know that these kids are coming in, they want to have fun, they're kind of wild, they're not going to use their best judgment. A 6-foot fence?
Don't use those prior examples because they're apples and this is an orange. Those facts cannot plausibly be analogized to this case. They were all different. Without getting into each single fact, I read every one of those examples and none of them were the same as this scenario.
Lise, what about it? You know, they call the
manufacturer
of this ride, B&M, makes the coaster so loud that they call it the B&M roar. In addition, you know, I mean, this child would have heard the roar coming. He saw the warning signs, he saw the 2 fences, and he wanted to shortcut the line. Was it a stupid decision? Of course.
Of course it was.
But how do you blame it on Six Flags, Lise?
But because the park should realize that kids are going to make stupid decisions, make it impossible for them to make decisions that are going to kill them.
What should they have done? Put, you know, a moat around the thing and fill it full of, you know, sharks and alligators? What do they need to do?
A barbed wire. Lise would love that.
Let me give you one example. In Georgia, there's no certification for these attendants. So why wasn't somebody certified who was actually watching to see that those 2 boys are getting underneath that ride? Why aren't they paying more attention to it?
That's a lot to ask for, Elise.
So let's pay 10 times more per ticket to get into a park. We can have a busload of nuns who watch the fence 24 hours.
Gotta run. Mark and Lise, thanks so much. One final word for our viewers. This child's death, while tragic, was a direct result of his own bad decision. What more should Six Flags have done? Put armed guards around its rides? This was an accident, plain and simple, and an opportunity for other teenagers to learn.